Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week, and I've got 6 new comics. I was supposed to have 7. Tarna, that heavy metal one, I got the first issue of. The second issue was supposed to be in, but it wasn't. So I picked one up off the stand. But first, let me show you. This is the cover that's been on top of my printer all week, my museum section that I look at. And this is X-Men, was it 58? I think I just got a True Believers edition or facsimile of this or something. And it's the one that I bought at a garage sale when I was in high school in the early 80s. And it's got tape reinforcement on it and holes, 3-hole punches in it. Where I guess whoever used to collect these in the 60s kept them in the binder. And that's not unusual, I'm told. A bunch of people used to do that with their comics in the 60s. So that's my museum piece cover of the week. Sits on top of my printer. I can pick it up and look at it. Then what else did I get? A couple of freebies. Looks like DC Connect. Infinite Frontier. Nice little drawing. Checklist. Pick this up just for the heck of it. Comic shop news. Looks like The Marvels. Nothing I've been reading. As much as I like Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross, I've never been a fan of their book, The Marvels. Of course, the art is nice, the writing is fine, but it just never grabbed me. Make mine Marvel. So I guess that's the Kurt Busiek's writing some sort of sequel to that. Lots of other stuff in this. We got a lot to read in this one. It looks like little blurbs on all the comics that are coming up. Oh, and let me show you one other thing I read this week that I really enjoyed digitally. I was reading it on Hoopla, and that is Sarah. This TKO, it's Garth Ennis and Steve Epting and Elizabeth Breitweiser on the colors. I remember reading once again digitally. They like TKO is this company that like releases things as comics and trade paperbacks all at once. Like you can buy all 6 issues of this comic at once, or you can buy it in a trade paperback. I think the comics come in like a slipcase, but they also released the first issues of everything. This is like a year ago for free that you could read digitally. I read the first issue of Sarah, and I kind of liked it, but it wasn't. I didn't think it was that great. It was kind of what you expected. It's about a female Soviet sniper in the early days of World War II, and it was exactly what you'd expect it to be of a woman doing a man's job, blah blah blah. But I gotta move this. I keep kicking it. But in reading all 6 issues, I really, really liked it. Because once it kind of moved past that establishing, it really got us into her character. And I very much enjoyed her whole story and how she got there and how she feels being a sniper in the beginning of World War II and a Soviet sniper where she doesn't really, the Soviet government wasn't exactly kind to their citizens, and the Germans were even less kind. So there's this whole conflict in her head about the world, and it's about the mechanics of her being a sniper too in there. But really, really liked it. The art was fantastic. It's like it, especially once I got past that establishing first issue, it really took off for me. As a matter of fact, I wanted to get a physical copy of it, at least someday. So I went to put it on because like I said, I got it from Hoopla, which is the library app. You borrow things and then they go back. And I think the TPB on Amazon is like $15. I didn't want to buy it right now, so I just put it on my pull list. But then I saw they had a sale on the digital copy of it for $2. So I'm like, I'll buy a digital copy of it for $2. So on Kindle, I got a digital copy of it, and for $2, I'll still get the trade paperback someday. But until then, the digital copy is fine with me. But read Sarah, Steve Epting, Garth Ennis, really good stuff. Okay, let's see what I get. This is the one I picked up off the shelves. I don't like this cover. It's pretty awful. But the inside art looks nice. I have no idea what it's about, but I was a comic short, and I really liked this inside art. Thought it was pretty cool looking. My Dead End Kids, I assume it's kids with no future. You got me. Who's doing this? The Suburban Job is the title of it. Dead End Kids number. Google Written by Frank Google. Art and color by Ninad Sviktakane. And letters by, who's that? Sean Reinhart. I'm not sure how to pronounce CVIT, so you'll have to figure that one out on your own. But, man, I really like the inside art better than that cover, so I'm glad I picked it up, even not liking. I don't even like that brown background on that cover, but Source Point Press is who does this, so I look forward to reading that one. And then we've got Post Americana #2. I enjoyed the first issue. It was a lot gorier than I thought it would be. Post-apocalyptic stuff. I bought it because Steve Scroce is the writer-artist, and I liked his Maestros, I think was the one series he did, the Magic series. But look at lots of maggots on that meat there. America's 50 years after America's gone down the tubes, now it's all Mad Max out there. But look forward to reading that one too. What else do we have? Monstrous #31. I enjoyed the two-issue Monstrous miniseries by the same two people, which gave us backstory into the monstrous people. But it's just a really good series. The art is nice. The storytelling is good, about a fantasy story about this war. Oh, here are the old gods. I guess they're coming back. They're the super powerful old gods who haven't been around in ages and really don't interfere with humanity if they do. And there's humanity, there's magic people, there's animal people, there's blends of the different people, and they're all going to war with each other. And our lead character has the half-wolf is this princess who's missing an arm and has one of these old gods living inside her, and all sorts of crazy fantasy stuff, but I enjoy it thoroughly. Like I said, I really liked the 2-issue miniseries, so I'm happy to see some more Monstrous here. Then we've got Dynamite. Issue 4. Yeah. Fred Van Lente, Vincenzo Caruto, Pasquale Quilano, Kike J. Diaz, Hassan Osami Elohau. Lots of names I can't pronounce. But they're doing a good job with this. It's Marvel Zombies with the Dynamite characters. They're on Mars, they're on Earth. It's fun stuff. I'm enjoying it. I haven't bought a whole lot with all Dynamite stuff with all these characters. I picked up the first issue on a whim and put it on my pull list because it's just a lot of fun. It's just well done. Matter of fact, I think there's going to be I didn't put it on my pull list because I don't think I need a Valentine's Day special, but there'll be a Dynamite Valentine's special too. This is a 5-issue mini. And then we've got Usagi Yojimbo, Wanderer's Road #3. I think that's what's her name? Peach something. Peach Momoko. I'd never heard of her before she started doing these Usagi Yojimbo covers, but she's famous and a fan favorite, so she's doing the Usagi covers on the reprint book. This is a reprint of 80s Usagi, now in color for the first time. Good stuff. And I do like the Peach Momoko covers, I have to say. I actually have all these original Usagis, so I don't need the old cover. I'm okay with the new with it getting a new one, so that's fine with me. And let's see, the last thing we got for the week is Spawn #314. Once again, I picked up, it was I think 2 issues ago, I picked up Spawn on a whim. Just to check, because I opened it up and I finally liked the art in Spawn for the first time in years. It wasn't this dark, murky art. And I picked it up. It's only $2.99 also. So that made me pick it up. And I enjoyed it. So I'm like putting individual issues on my pull list of this. Because, like I said, I get every week I get a final order cutoff, and I can click on an issue and either add the issue or the series to my pull list. I've decided to add this kind of issue to issue because I'm afraid this artist is going to leave, and if I get stuck with one of these Spawn artists who I don't like, I'll be like, ah. Matter of fact, I switched out this I had I forget which was the original cover I had, but it was one of these kind of darker, murkier ones. And they had this one on the shelf, Capullo and McFarlane. I was like, you know what? I like the bright colors better, so I went for that. Alrighty, now let me show you a little artwork. Well, first of all, I'm working on a PDF artwork book of mine. Let me just show you these. I'm putting these all in. I'm designing a book for them right now. It's going to be short because there's only 37 of them. But we'll have these and pictures of these, sort of a still life thing of these. But I'm gonna finish that up this week, and the link will be down below at jaredosborne.com. You can find the link for these. But I'm working on that right now. But meanwhile, I will show you what have I done. This back here is one of them. This is Dreams of Things number 103. I like the way that one came. That one actually looks pretty good on screen. The green looks darker on screen than it does in real life, and therefore I get more contrast between this orange and this green. So it's funny how, you know, a piece can change depending on how you look at it. And also, this is at 11 by 17. On screen, it's like 4 or 5 inches tall, so all the color tightens up too. So it's like looking at this on screen. This guy is also darker and sets back more on screen, so I think it's pretty cool. It's fun. It's fun looking at things different ways, and you can see how it affects your color and stuff. Oh, yeah, there's my F-Train girl behind here. Here, we'll pull that. When did I do this one? Back in November. I'm gonna have to do something like that again. This is my old. I was doing sort of an old school woodcut by way of Frank Cho thing with all these, because Frank Cho's been doing a lot of drawings with all these little old woodcut lines in it. He's much better at it than me, but I had fun doing it. So I'm gonna have to do something else like that too. And this one fell down. Alrighty. There's some comics. There's some art, and you guys have a good week out there.